Hello pilots and ground crew, welcome back to my channel. Well, guess what we're going to talk about today? Any ideas? I received an email, well a couple of emails from the guy, basically asking me which is the best 1S Lipo to buy for his Tinywhoop. Well, there's not really any such thing as the best 1S battery. However, I've gone through a few. This is just a few, by the way. I've got a hell of a lot more back there. But I've gone through a few, and over the years I've obviously moved up to the next best battery and the next best battery and the next best battery. Well, at the moment, in my personal opinion, there is a best battery out at the moment, in my opinion. However, we'll go over to the computer and we'll go through a few of them, and I'll tell you what I think, what you should buy, what you shouldn't buy, and things like that. And in the end, I'll let you decide. Alright, but I'll give you my honest opinion. Now, why am I showing you these? One simple reason. The last time I made a video like this, where it was on the computer looking at the batteries, I got a few comments basically saying, yeah, you're saying that's a good battery, or that's a, how do we know that you've even tried that battery? You might not even own it, this might be a fake video, and all that sort of crap from the trolls. So I just thought I'd start this video showing you a few of the batteries I've used, gone through, and then at the end of the video show you what I think at the moment is the best battery out there and why. And that's the important bit, why. Okay then, let's jump onto the computer. Okay then, we're going to start here with these Tattu 220 milliamp batteries. Now, I know at Quadcopter.co.uk they're actually out of stock, but that don't matter, you can pick these up at different places. Now, are they any good? Personally, this is a battery I bought that I wish I never bought. This is something I would never buy again because it doesn't solve my problems. If you're only going to be flying in your house with a small little Tinywhoop, a small one, similar size to mine, which is a very small 65-inch one. If you're only going to be flying in your house, slow, steady flying, then these are okay. Because the slightest breeze, if you go near your garden or a fan, the slightest breeze, and they just lose the power so quickly. They've got no punch. They've got nothing actually. So unfortunately, I'd say don't go near these. Right, I would not touch them. And it's just my opinion. Right, but it's just one of them things, and it's not as if they're a real cheap battery. Right, they just don't last, and they've got no power whatsoever. So, which is a shame because Tattu batteries, a lot of their batteries are really good. Right, but these single cell ones, personally, I'd say don't touch them. Now, moving on. Right. You get these batteries here, usually you get them free with one of the US or UK 65s. Right, the little, I wonder if there's one kicking about to show you. No, it's always the same minute when you want to see something, it's not there. Nah, just the frames and stuff. But anyway, yeah, these 250 size batteries. Now, you get them, well, you don't exactly get them for free, but you get them included with that particular model, right, the US or the UK 65. And once again, they're great for indoor flying. These batteries are pretty damn good, right? They are pretty damn good for indoor flying. But a 5-pack, £18.41 UK price, is pretty pricey, right, for batteries that aren't gonna last you too long. They're okay, but you're really talking indoor use again. You go outside with these batteries and you're going to be losing power so fast they just can't handle the slightest breeze. Now, you don't want to be flying Tinywhoops in the wind anyhow, but I'm talking about just the power of a punch, because when you go outside even with no wind, you're automatically going to go faster because you know there's not a wall in front of you like when you're flying in your house, so you know you're going to go faster. But I would have to say these are okay if you get them for free included with your model, but personally I would not be spending this money. Okay, right, we're gonna move on. Don't worry, my favourite one, my ultimate one sell at the moment, will be coming up last. Right, but we're gonna move on to some if you want to fly indoors and outdoors. Right, these better FPV 300s. I've got about 20 of these things, and I wish I hadn't. I wish I only had about 6. You get me? Because once again, you see, new batteries are coming out every bloody year, and that's the problem. You buy something and you think, oh, this is great, and then a year later you think, oh, well, it's not so good actually. But yeah, I wish I only had about 6 of these, because then it won't personally feel like I've wasted a lot of money on them, because they're okay. These are okay batteries. I'm not knocking them, I'm saying they're okay. Okay for flying. They're a bit of a mix. You can fly indoors and outdoors, and they're okay. I know I keep saying that because I can't say they're great, unfortunately. I just can't say they're great, because when you first brand new one, you plug it in, you might get 2.5 minutes, right, steady flying. You might get 3 minutes, but after you've charged them, say 10 times, after you've recharged them up 10 times, they just don't hold the power. Then you're going to drop to less than 2 minutes of flight, which might be enough if you've got a load of batteries. That's why I ended up getting a load, actually, to get longer flight time when I was out. But at £3.29, right, British P, quite expensive in my opinion, considering the die so quick. So let's move on to what we did next. Now here I was extremely happy with these GNB 350s. Right, they're actually a little bit bigger than your average size battery. Right, they are a little bit bigger, 75mm, but still no problems with them. They fit your tiny little whoops. My 65 one, I'll keep putting a picture up of that if I remember, just so you know what I'm talking about when I say my little UK 65. But these are pretty good batteries. You can fly them indoors and outdoors, right, no problems. Right, no problems whatsoever. Your flight time outside, right, you're looking at, I'd say, a solid 2 minutes. A solid 2 minutes. And as you see there, they're rated 30 to 60C burst. So they've got a little bit of a punch. Alright. So you can, I keep saying that, alright. Sound like a bloody parrot. Alright. Yeah, so they've got a bit of a punch, but they're not too fast. They ain't got too much of a punch, so you can fly indoors with these because they ain't got too much of a punch, and you can also take them outside, and they are pretty good batteries, I have to say, right? But moving on to my favourite battery, and they're in stock. My favourite battery so far that I come across a few weeks ago, and I've been flying with them for a few weeks now, is the GNB 380. The last one, if you remember, was the 350, and this is the newer one that's out, the 380. These are good batteries. These are good batteries, and I'll show you something right now. Look at this burst, 60C to 120C burst. Now, if we stuck them on the machine, on the tester, no, you're not going to get 120C burst. It's not going to happen. Right? But I reckon it's high up there, because I'll tell you something right now. You can't use these batteries for indoors, not in a house. In some sort of sports stadium, yes, but if you're in like a small house, if you've watched some of my videos with my whoops in the past, you know my house, and you can't really use these batteries because they've got too much power. Right? And when you're flying in a house, as you know, you're just sort of like flying about, you're just having fun, you're enjoying yourself. Whereas with these batteries, they've got so much bloody power, right? You're blasting through, bouncing off walls and stuff, which, if that's what you're into, fine. But for a gentle flight round the house, I don't use these. But take them outside and I'm a happy camper. They've got one hell of a punch, a really good punch. And let's see. Size wise, they're actually, even though they've got more milliamp, if you notice there, 380, that last battery I showed you, right, the GNP battery was a 350 milliamp, so it holds more power, but this is only 62 mil in the length, and the last one, if you remember, was 72 mil, so about 10 mil shorter, if I've done my maths right. If not, I'm sure somebody will just tell me. Well, I'm going to check that. No, 62 to 72, yeah, 10 mil. So they're a bloody good battery. pH2, which it says everywhere you look. You got plenty of information here. I'll leave a bit of information, and if you buy more than one, the price even comes down to $328. So they're a bloody good battery, and well, if you've stuck around to the end, I'm going to whack one on my little tiny whoop now and just give you a quick test fly outside and have a blast about. But I can recommend these. So if you're interested in getting a battery for flying your tiny whoops outside, this is the one I recommend, right, for your small little tiny whoops, your small ones. We're not talking your 75s, talking your 65s, your little ones. Okay then, right, let's jump to the field or the street or the park, or obviously I don't know where I'm going to go yet, but you'll find out in a second. And let's give this battery a quick rip, and I'm going to leave it there. Hope you enjoyed this video, considering I was asked about the batteries, which ones I use, which ones I recommend, which ones I don't recommend, so I thought I'd make a video in case anybody else was interested. Right then, let's stick one of these GNB 380 milliamp 1S 60C to 120C best Lipo batteries, high voltage, on my little 65 whoop, and give it a rip. Roll VT.